This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I'm your host, Debbie, and today we have some very special guests here in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Patricia.
And I'm Melissa with Jimmie Quinns.
Yes, we are Jimmie Quinns.
Well, I'm so glad to have you in the studio today. One of the first questions we ask all of our guests is, what brought you to Waco, or are you Waco natives? What's your Waco story?
So I actually grew up in Waco. I lived in Waco for forever. Probably, I want to say I moved to Savannah, Georgia when I was 23. I don't know, somewhere around there. But I've lived in Waco for a really long time. And went to school here, everything. I moved to Austin for a little bit, and then I moved to Savannah, Georgia. And I met Mackenzie in Savannah.
Yes, and I was living in Savannah at the time. I was working at a coffee shop. I was also working at a cupcake shop, which she got hired at.
Full circle.
And the owner there, everything about that whole story is amazing anyways. But yeah, we were working at a cupcake shop, met each other there. And then the whole time that we were there and we were together, she was getting messages all the time. She was like, can you do a custom order for this? And they're in Waco. And she was like, and people would be like, can you come back? And we literally took a trip. We took a trip and did a wedding, and we came here. We baked the cake, 3-tier wedding.
Wow.
At one of the locations downtown. I can't remember which one. But we did that, and then hold on, lost my train of thought, y'all.
The rest is history.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So she was getting the messages to come to Waco, and we did. And then I went from a really small town. So the really small town that I'm from, I moved when we visited here. I was like, I could live here. And so I was like, why don't we, hold on. So the owner sold the cupcake shop that we worked at, and it just wasn't the same. Yeah. So then we were like, why don't we go back to Waco and you can take these orders? And then that's how that happened. So then we came here and we moved into the apartment complex that we picked. And that's where Trish comes in.
Yeah, so I moved here with my property management company back in 2017 to be a property manager here. And on my first day here, I met Mackenzie. She walked into my office and I sent her home because I was unprepared for her. But I've been living here since December 2017, and I've pretty much been friends with them since I got here. So
yeah, and so Trish and I like to thrift a lot, and we're really into that, and we used to just go thrifting on our lunch breaks all the time, and it kind of turned into a really big thing, and we had all this inventory and clothing and stuff, when we were we should do some markets. And actually Stephanie from the Black Daisy was the one.
Happy birthday also.
Yes. She was the one who told us that we should do Eastside Market, and that was the first time we did that. And
Shout out Eric.
Yes.
Shout out Andreas.
Yes.
And it was so successful, and we had so much fun doing it, and we did them. I think it was the year that they had them twice
And that's
a
how I
month.
met you. Yes.
Yeah, and that's how we met you.
That's how we
That's how we
met.
met so many great people. And then we just kind of kept going from there.
Yes, I love that. So out of this, you guys have always had this entrepreneurial spirit. So what has it been like starting a business here in Waco?
Honestly, I feel like it's just a learning experience. Really, here it's really nice because I feel like we've really cultivated a group of people that want to see you succeed, and even just being here, that's really cool. You asked us to be here because Waco, that's really cool. It's just there's really great community here.
Yes.
So I think it makes it easier to want to do more because we've gotten such positive feedback from this. And Alyssa has always gotten these orders, always had people. I mean, she literally is the reason that this is even happening because if you look at the shirts, they say
it says on the shirt.
She's the star.
She's the star. We're just the playmakers. Or I don't think that's the right way to use that word, but she's the real reason we're here, literally. So it's
love
just nice.
That. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And with that, Jimmie Quinns was born. So of course, before we get started, tell me about the name. Tell me the story behind it. Who's Jimmie? Who's Quinn?
Who's
Tell me
Jimmie?
all the things.
Yeah, so Jimmie's and Quinn's are both two different types of sprinkles.
Yes,
you have
these
the Jimmies
are
on.
Literally Jimmies.
Yeah, they're the long rainbow sprinkles, and then Quinn's are the circle confetti sprinkles. And we just we
Really
both
just
love sprinkles, and we were like, why not take
Yeah.
those names and put them together.
I love
so
that.
Yeah.
That's how Jimmie
And so,
Quinns,
like,
the name
right
came
now, a lot
about.
of our like coffees, they all come with sprinkles, and it's like a fancy little like thing, and
I
so
tried
many
the
people.
iced cupcake latte. Was
Yeah.
that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah, the iced cupcake. It is really good.
That's
That was
a
a
signature
cupcake
latte.
flavor. It's got like we do like a cute little cold foam on it. That's really sweet.
It was pink. I love it.
Yeah, we do pink, we do blue and purple, and then we put the sprinkles on it, and there you have it.
Yeah, so obviously coffee and cupcakes come in hand, but I'm sure there's more behind it than that. What was that process of kind of deciding what you're going to have, what you're going to do? Why coffee? Why cupcakes?
Yeah, so I feel like the cakes and cupcakes and all that was kind of like a no-brainer. Like, that's what we wanted to do, and that's what we started it for, I guess. And then we kind of wanted to figure out a way to market to more than people who just needed stuff for events. And so we were like, what else is something that we can offer that people like to have every day, or like at least more than once a week, you know, like something else we can offer. And so we were like, what goes better with a
We
cupcake or a
love
cake
coffee.
slice than coffee?
Same.
And Mackenzie used to work in a coffee shop, and so she has a lot of like coffee knowledge, and then all together as a whole, we just really enjoy coffee.
Big
and
coffee
Yeah.
connoisseurs.
Yes.
all that.
We love it. We go to all of the local spots here, and everybody has such a fun space. And
Yes.
I like, one of the things for me is I really wanted to create stuff that is like in my brain. And so like when I think of like cupcakes and coffee, I'm thinking like literally a cupcake coffee, you know?
Ooh.
And like I just was like, why don't we make like bakery inspired flavors? So like you can get a cupcake latte, you can get a chocolate chip cookie dough latte. We're going to work on like a red velvet latte and like raspberry white mocha, like just flavors that you know and love in cakes, and kind of just like pivot them to be like its own unique experience in our coffee shop. So it makes it just a little different than, you know, others, and then just kind of gives us a little something fun to do, because I really thoroughly enjoy coming up with the recipes. That's all me with the drink. So if you liked
Something
that
not
latte, that was me.
Wow, so good. Well, that's absolutely amazing. And you guys have been open officially 1 week. What has it been like?
It has been so exciting. It's been slow. We were kind of scared at first. We were like, wait, so we can open on Monday morning? We were like, do we tell them on Sunday, or do we wait till? We were just like, it kind of seems too like, I don't know, it seems like one of those like surreal type of moment. Like it just doesn't feel, because we've been waiting for so long to get this going. And like when we finally got the green light, they were like, go ahead, you can open up as a coffee shop. We were like, wait, really? Like, okay, like we're so excited. So it's still sinking in. And I think like last week it was just like Alyssa's family coming in, and just like a few people from the school that her mom works at that like knew that we were there, and the people who are getting their hair done in the like in the beauty bar themselves, like, and the owner there, they've all come, and everybody's been really supportive. And it's just been fun because we finally put signs up. We put signs up in the middle of last week, and we started getting people coming in.
I did do like a little drive-by, and I was like,
Yeah.
is this the right
Yeah, we didn't
place?
have any signs
No
yet.
signs.
Yep.
Yeah, we have signs now, and it says turn here. So we got signs, and we've had like some new people come in that we didn't know, and that's been really fun. They were like, yeah, we saw the signs, and it's been really fun. So we're excited to see what this week 2 holds.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. And I know you guys don't have like an official date or anything, but do you have plans for a grand opening? Like, what would that look like? What can people expect?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're absolutely interested in doing a grand opening. We're trying to do like a vendor market there when we decide the day.
I
that
saw
we're
that
gonna
back
do.
patio.
Yes,
That's a nice
yes.
back patio.
It's a great venue for a vendor market. I think it would draw people not only to our space, but all the other venues there as well. So we're trying to do something like that, and so it's coming soon. Not quite, but as soon as we have the dates, it's going to be listed on our social media
Yeah.
for sure.
I absolutely love that. And it's fantastic getting to see you guys come together and create something. Obviously, you guys have kind of a retro branding going on, and you guys have cute stickers. Tell me about that.
I mean, it's just kind of, we're all little creative people, and we just like to make, I guess, art, and just art into reality kind of thing. And we just thought the little characters were so cute, and so we have little stickers you can buy, and I joke and say that the coffee cup is Jimmie and the cake is Quinn.
Aw.
And that's just who they are. And that's our people. And we really just kind of like, everything in our space is, nothing is, I want to say it is all intentional, but like everything about us in general is just who we are, and you can see it in what we do and what we wear and what we say and what you get from us kind of thing. So
I was
that's just-
fully expecting to walk in and see the painted leg table. I was so excited. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, yeah.
She
good for
might
my-
make her debut over there one day.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, that is absolutely amazing. And again, you also do custom orders. So I saw you do cookies and you do custom cakes. And again, like you're talking about, you guys do weddings, all the things. How can people contact you? What kind of things do you have to offer?
Yeah, so the best way for contacting is usually just on our Facebook, messaging, and I believe I also have my phone number up there. I usually prefer texting just because you can look at it all.
The millennial way. Yeah, we know.
It's so true, but it like saves it in the
Slide in
text,
those
you know?
DMs.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to contact me, either one of those. Or they can also just come into the shop and place an order there. And then we kind of will try anything, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
but I mainly do like cakes and cupcakes, cookies, for any events.
A lot
If
of
you
wedding
just
cakes,
need
a
one
lot of
for a
birthday
weekend.
cakes.
Yeah.
Cake
Yeah.
pops,
Random
so popular.
cakes.
Yeah.
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 Cookies are huge. Baby showers, you name it. Bridesmaid proposals, anything,
Yeah.
just for fun. She made, I think she did the math on it on how many cookies she made just alone last year.
What's the
Yeah.
number?
And
I
she
think
made
it was like 4,200
Ooh.
cookies, I think.
just cookies, and each
Yeah.
one hand decorated.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true.
Crazy. She's talented.
That is absolutely amazing. I cannot imagine the work and dedication it takes to really hone in that craft and really just be able to turn it into a business. So it's beautiful to see, and knowing that you guys are here in Waco is just so refreshing.
Yeah, for sure.
With that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And now for a word from our sponsors.
Hey, I'm Blair.
And I'm Brittany, and we're the host of
By the Cover Podcast.
We cover everything from mysteries, thrillers, romance, chick lit, and even some smut.
Don't forget the smut.
Yeah.
We're so excited to get this thing going and share this with you guys. We've been talking about this for months, and it's finally happening.
Yes.
Special shout out to Rogue Media for helping us with this.
For sure. For sure. You can find us on Instagram at @bythecover_podcast.
You can also find us on Facebook and TikTok, so don't forget to give us a follow on those too also.
And we are so excited to dive into some of our favorite books and share those with you.
We can't wait. Hope you love it.
Hi, this is Sarah,
And I'm Carter.
and this is Some of Our Thoughts.
We're two Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun.
Wine and vinyl. So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
Hi, and welcome to Bustles and Bangers with your hostess, Rachel and Christopher.
I love it when you say my name.
And you didn't say hi.
I didn't. You just kept going. I'm going to introduce the book. I'm not
It's-
reading it
It's
because I don't like reading.
girls like cowboy butts, you know, and those jeans don't hide anything. Find us on Instagram at Bustles and Bangers or on roguemedianetwork.com.
And now, back to the episode. And we're back. So we were just talking about how you did, 4,200 cookies last year, and hopefully you'll do even more this year.
It's true.
One of the first questions I love to ask when we get back from break is, what is something you guys would like to see more of in Waco?
So we were actually just listening and thought about this question, and
'Cause you knew I was gonna ask it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was like, that's such a good question. What do we want to see more in Waco? So I feel like we all kind of were thinking on it. And we were agreeing that we want to see I feel like we see so many entrepreneurs and so many people doing little things and like at markets and stuff like that. And I feel like I just want to see them all thrive, you know, and I really just want to see the relationships that people have like with other small businesses just really like growing. And I think for us personally, like we really want to see just like growth within just lost my train of thought, y'all. I don't even, because I think I'm switching it. I think I'm getting confused with a different question that I had. What were we saying?
That's why you don't prepare. You just
Yeah.
gotta go off the cuff.
No, yeah, totally listened and messed myself up. But what were we saying, y'all?
What would you like to see in Waco?
What would we like to see in Waco? We wanted to see more like spaces for creatives to come together and just kind of feel like they are being supported. So whether that be like an outdoor space for more markets or like an outdoor, I don't know, just something like, just something for the creatives to come together and just like really feel like they're supported. And because I feel like it's definitely a thing, but I feel like in some respects, like there's like little pockets of this creative group here and this creative group here, but like I literally would love to see it all come together and just everybody kind of
mind meld together. Yeah. I love that, and that's absolutely fantastic. And again, our community is growing so much, so there really has been so much growth. And I know you were here forever, but what has it been like seeing that growth since you guys have been here?
It's been pretty phenomenal because, like I said, I moved here in 2017. I moved here from like metropolitan area, the DC area. So when I came here, it wasn't the same.
Not at all.
And it was an adjustment for me, which was fine. I really like the slowed down way of life here. But it is really exciting to see just how much growth has happened in such a short period of time. Like I said, I moved here December 2017, and Waco looks drastically different than it did then. And so I'm excited to see the growth and how much more it's going to go, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. And we moved here in 2017 too. And I mean, she was here earlier than that, obviously, because she moved here or was from here. But when I moved here, I didn't know what to expect. Literally, I feel like I didn't even I don't think I put enough thought into the move. I think I was just kind of like, yeah, let's go.
You're like, pin on the map, Waco.
Yeah, like I don't think I even realized till like 5 years later that I genuinely didn't think about it. I just kind of like went, which it worked out. Everything's worked out, but it's definitely different. Waco's more like, I don't want to say it's more fun now, but like
fun.
It definitely is more fun now. Like I
so.
really enjoy it, and we have a good time here, and I think we'll be here for a little while.
Yeah, and like we were talking about, like I've coming up on 4 years with the show. Whoop whoop,
That's
exciting!
amazing.
Almost 200 episodes.
Amazing. We
so
love that.
It's crazy getting to see like the development in our community.
Yeah, but it's
and then it is wild to listen to all these stories, which always have like a bit of truth in them that everybody else has. So like leaving Waco, going off into a bigger city, getting that exposure, and then bringing it back here. So it really is like cultivating that community and then taking the inspiration from somewhere else and then bringing it back here because we need it. Why do you guys think it's so important that you guys are in Waco right now?
I think Waco has like a really great community, and it is growing, and I feel like us being here and providing the spaces that we do where people can just be themselves and come and we offer a good space for them, it's just perfect, and it's just a space that Waco needs.
I love that.
Definitely I agree with that. Like for us, we really like making someone feel comfortable and loved and supported and cared about and in our space. Like if you're with us, I want you to feel that way, and that's like our whole thing. So I feel like why Waco, why now? Like that's why. Like, and why Waco? Native. We got a native over here. And then why now? Because now is when it's happening, you know. And it's just like it's exactly like she said.
I love that. And again, it's just so important to see like these spaces develop and
absolutely.
these, women-owned businesses and like, entrepreneurs joining in our community and creating these spaces where creatives and everybody can come together, even if it is over a cup of coffee and food. And I always tell people like, what's the best way to bring people together other than food? Right. So it's so needed. And with that, it sounds like you guys are very centered on building that community and everything, but I'm sure there's been backing behind you guys. Is there anybody you guys would like to shout out that's like helped you along this journey? Anything like that?
Well, of course, Alyssa's family. And
Shout out to Mark's Knives.
Mark Smith, for sure. And then also the owners of the building that we're in. Josie is the daughter and Scott is her father. And I mean, they've just been so willing to work with us and I honestly, like, so shocked. Like, I don't think they understand how much we appreciate them because they let us come to their space, totally renovate the whole thing, like put in electrical and plumbing for what we need, like grease trap, all of the things. And they were just down to do it. They were like, yep, we got this. Let's go. And so they were huge in making this happen. And then Alyssa's dad has like built all of our little things out, and he's like helped us. Like, I have an idea. Okay, he's making it. Like, Alyssa has an idea. He's bringing it in the store, and we're putting it in. Like, it's been so nice. And my mom has also helped too. She doesn't live in the area. She's long distance, so but she's helped so much too. Just kind of like here and there, she'll be like, here's a little bit of this, so you can have this, and just kind of helping like financially a little bit, just to make sure that we're okay and we're able to do this. And it's just so cool to see everybody like help Alyssa's dream come true, which is the best part, I think.
Aww. I love that. And I know, like, getting the LLC and, like, going through the food handlers and getting all the permits and everything can be hard. But what has it been like? Do you feel like the community's really welcomed you and helped you in that aspect? Do you think it's hard? What has it been like?
Yeah, I feel like, so, like, the LLC specifically, we were, like, kind of scared to just start it and do it. And then I went on, I think it was Zen Business.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Zen Business.
Yeah,
I can run through it.
It was so easy. And I was like, okay, we can do all of this.
And then, like, when we went to get our permits, we had no idea what we were doing. Mm-hmm. We had no clue. But they were really helpful. And we've had people, like, I mean, everything is really not as hard as it seems. And then, like, you do it and you're like, oh, like, it seems so intimidating. I was so scared of that. I was so nervous. And it's like, okay, well, now I know how to do that. And then if I ever have to do it again, we can do it. And so I feel like it's just kind of been like a learning experience, which is what you need anyways. Like, you don't just automatically know how to run a business unless you like go to school for that, I guess. But even then, like, you never know how to like put those, you know, things that you learn into place until you're doing it. So it's been a learning process for sure. But I feel like we got this.
You're doing it.
We're doing it, yeah. And that's what's
Slay.
great. We are living.
I feel like also I expected, like, I don't know, I've always expected other businesses that are similar to kind of be more like competition, I guess. But it feels really cool because there's a lot of people who have reached out here like, oh, like, I own this coffee shop. And, like,
if you need help with this.
Yeah, like, if we need any help, just let us know.
Yeah.
And it's been really nice to see all the other people who already own businesses that are successful to, like, reach out to us who, like, we're just starting our little shop.
Yeah, we've had a lot of
offer help,
support
yeah.
from other business owners for sure, and that's been really cool.
I love that. And with that, you know, it's the entrepreneurial spirit and, like, everybody joining together. And, you know, what is it? When raindrop raises the sea or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's so important to hear these, you know, these stories from other entrepreneurs and know what they're going through. That way anybody who's starting out can also feel the same way.
Yeah.
Even though they might not know what they're doing, they'll be able to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
What is some advice that you guys would want to give somebody who is maybe starting their own business, whether it is cupcakes, whether it is vintage clothing, or anything in between?
I feel like the biggest thing I would say is to just, it's kind of cliche, I guess, but don't give up. Because I feel like when we were going through all of it, maybe even just like a month or two ago, I was like, there's no way I want to do this. Like, this is too much. Like, it was hard. Like, will we ever get approved for these things? And then you like get on the other side of it, and I know there's still a lot more to come, but we're on like the other side of it for now, I guess. Yeah. And it just feels like, okay, it was
that
hard,
bad.
but
yeah, like
we
in
made
the moment,
it, and, like,
it was everything. But like once you're, everything totally has just worked out. And so my advice would be trust that you know what you're doing, and if you don't know what you're doing, trust that it's going to work out. Because if you don't trust that it's going to work out, then it's going to fall short at some point. More than likely, like things do kind of what you say does like manifest, you know. And so just have faith in yourself and do it because you got it. You definitely got it. Like, and don't be scared to put yourself out there, which I was scared of, but I'm not so much anymore. So,
hey, we all understand that. Well, that's absolutely amazing. We're so excited for you guys being here in Waco. Now, last but not least, give us all your social media where we can find you, find more about you, do the orders, all the things.
Okay. So on Instagram, it's just at Jimmie Quinns. Should I spell it?
If you want to.
Jimmie Quinns.
She's reading off the shirt.
Quinns. Jimmie Quinns. And I'm pretty sure if you Google it, I think we're about the only ones that pop up under that name. But Jimmie with an I-E and Quinns with 2 N's. And then we're on Facebook as well. And so you can definitely message us on Facebook. We're going to be posting a link to our website because we've got mobile orders coming in this week. So we'll have that. And there's like a quote button on there. We're pretty responsive on all of our social medias. We've also got Retro Loom, which is our vintage kind of resale that we do. You can always message us on there. That one's just Retro Loom. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at.
Whoop whoop, that's absolutely amazing. And now it's time for your soapbox moment. Is there anything else you would like to share with our listeners today?
What do we got that we want to share?
I don't know.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Debbie's a great host, and
thanks.
this podcast is really fun, and I think it's important for Waco. So I'm happy to be here. I can't believe she invited us to be here. I didn't know we were cool enough for this.
You guys are amazing. And thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you guys. Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.